As soon as I laid my eyes on Valfaris, I knew this was a game I needed to play. But now that I've finished it, is Valfaris a monstrous heavy metal main event, or more like a mediocre opening act? Valfaris is a retro-inspired, high-octane, action-packed run-and-gun game that easily is one of my favorite games of 2019. The game comes to us from the same developer as Slain, Back from Hell, and while I did enjoy that game, Valfaris is a big improvement. Like always in my reviews, I won't spoil too much about the plot, but basically you're playing as Thurian, a character that's father once ruled a planet that now has been overgrown and overcome by aliens, and you're going back to that planet to check it out. The story in the game doesn't get in the way of gameplay. There's not long drawn-out cutscenes or anything like that. It's usually not long into them before you're back into the thick of things, blasting aliens. The game is all about the action as you're running and gunning through all of the different corridors. It's honestly a feast for the eyes if you're a fan of retro-inspired games. This is one that just looking at will be an enjoyable experience. Making it to the next area, I wanted to see what I would be looking at, and you have that accompanying heavy metal soundtrack that really drives home the action. Thurian has a decent amount of weapons in his arsenal, and they each fire differently, so switching and finding which ones are the best fit for you or particular situations is very enjoyable, with the longer range infinite ammo weapons and the more short range impactful weapons that have a meter, but that same meter that you end up using for it is also used for defensive items. And really the whole game is about juggling, including with the game's various collectibles. In order to upgrade all your equipment, you're going to use blood medals, but to get these blood medals, you're going to have to seek them out in the different areas, and there is a limited number of them. However, the checkpoint system in the game, which is pretty lenient, you have to use tokens in order to activate them. However, you can take those same resurrection tokens and use them to upgrade your health, or exchange them for those precious blood medals to upgrade your guns and your melee weapons. The swords are some of my favorite to use in the game, so they became a priority to upgrade for me. This is a tough game, so you will end up dying quite a bit, so deciding whether or not to use something on a checkpoint or using it for your health really ends up being a crucial decision, but it works really well as everything is well balanced, and while I did die a lot, I never got overly frustrated. If you're a veteran of retro games, you're going to love playing through it. While playtimes will vary based on skill, it took me roughly about 6.5 to 7 hours in order to get through this one. From the technical side of things, I ran into no problems as far as glitching or slowdown of any sort. Valfaris is available now on the PlayStation 4 for $24.99, and it does feature a Platinum Trophy. The game is also available on the Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, and PC. Overall, Valfaris is a great retro-inspired run-and-gun game, and is my favorite retro-inspired game since Shovel Knight was released. If you're someone who really dug games like Blackthorn, the Turrican series, or the Contra 16-bit entries, this is definitely one of those games you're going to want to play. It's not perfect though. I do wish it was a bit longer. I wish you could go back to previously explored areas because there are a lot of nooks and crannies. Since the blood medals are so precious, it would have been nice to be able to go back and maybe grab a few I missed. The developers are going to be adding a new Game Plus option though down the road for free, which will give me that opportunity to go and get everything that I ended up missing my first time through. The only major complaint I can see people really having with the game may be the difficulty, but being a veteran of retro games, I thought it was just about right. With everything said, I highly recommend checking out Valfaris. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. That's going to wrap up this review though. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.